You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Yo, what is going on, everybody? I'd like to welcome y'all back to our newest installment of Peace Beloved, the podcast. I'm Union Jackson. And you know what we do here? We have some of the best conversations on the internet with some of the most interesting people in the world. And I really feel like I got a good one. I really feel like I got a what you want to call like
An inspirational tale.
big one. Yeah. One of the big ones. You can tell I got some of the finest garments in the game on right now. Check me out. You know what I'm saying? I'm here with John from Markesric, the brand. What's going on, good brother?
What's going on, Union Jackson? Thanks for having me, brother.
I can't call it, man.
Long time, man.
Yes, sir.
Been trying to
Yes,
get this
sir.
together for a while.
Yeah, yes, sir. How's everything with you, brother?
Thing is good, man. Everything is
Okay.
good. No complaints, man.
Word. Welcome to the platform. Welcome to Peace Beloved. I just want to say fire pieces, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Got some fire pieces. You're doing some good work.
Thank you, brother.
Can I call it a luxury brand? Do I have your permission to call it a luxury brand?
Yes, you do.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Yes, you do.
So, you are not new. You're fairly new to clothing design.
Yes.
Who are you, brother? Tell the good people who you are.
I'm Markesric. Originally, I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Shout out to Brooklyn.
Moved to New Jersey around 2000. Met my brother right here. Met a lot of good people out here.
All right. So as far as where's my notes at? Markesric, the brand. You are Markesric.
I am Markesric.
Tell us, give us a little history of the how this came about.
So pre-pandemic, I went to Macy's to just to do a little shopping, like everybody else does. So when I got in there, I didn't see anything that I liked or I could relate to. So I came back home, and I was speaking to my wife, and I said, just went try to do some
mic a little bit more, bro. You good.
Came home, spoke to the wife. I was like, I'm trying to look for some clothes. I don't really see anything. I said, I think I'm going to start my own brand. I don't know if she even believed me at that time.
Mm-hmm.
But so I understood. I did some research. I understood in my mind how I wanted the brand to look. I wanted it to look throwback mixed with today's fashion.
It's a good little mix right there.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Hey, you knocking it out the park too, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate
by the way.
that. I appreciate
100%.
that. So I'm working hard at constantly coming up with new designs, new pieces. Actually, you wearing one of my first pieces.
Right.
That's the monogram M sweater right there with the Chanel M on the front.
Chanel.
Inspired by that piece right there was inspired by how we used to dress in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Bold, big. You can see us coming from 3 blocks away.
Word up.
And you can know what the brand is. So
Real quick, bro, I can appreciate the time and effort you put into the thought process behind these designs. Cause when I first saw this, how many colorways you got this in?
oh man, like 6.
Like 6 colorways.
Yeah.
I saw the one that's kind of like the Timberland color.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and I absolutely love that one. I love all of them.
Right.
Like this right here is my speed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But this might be my favorite piece.
Thank you.
I like the jackets. Mm-hmm. I like the jackets a lot. That jean jacket you got,
Yes.
I think that's fire.
Appreciate
but this is my, not to take away from none of the other pieces.
Right.
This is my favorite piece, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Word up.
When I first dropped that piece, I got a good response from it. At first, I only did 10 to 12 pieces because I wanted to see how it was going to flow. Got a great response from it. So I hit the manufacturer like, I need it in, 6 other colorways. Like I said before, it was inspired by how we used to dress. The moment you see it, you can be, oh, that's Markesric. I can tell by the detail. I can tell by the quality of the clothing.
Right.
And that's my goal. I'm not really monetary driven. I'm driven by putting the best work out that I can do.
Okay.
That's
So
what
impact.
Impact. That's what drives me. It's just so happens that the money comes along with it. But that's my I feel like I found my niche. This is my niche, you know. People sometimes they struggle to find themselves, but I believe I found myself and I found my niche.
Right.
But just to finish up the story, how I was telling wifey that when I know how I wanted the brand to look. I know what I wanted to do. Now I just needed a name.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting at the table and I'm telling her, I don't want this to be a fly by night, here today, going tomorrow. I didn't want that type of brand. I wanted the name to be synonymous with quality.
Okay.
So it had to be something that's gonna be here for a while. So she said, I always liked your middle name. And I was like, Esric? And she said, yeah. She was like, but Mark put it together. And I said, Markesric. I was like, wow.
That's why. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wow. I was like, I said, that's it. I said, that's it. So, I got it trademarked. The slogan of the brand is experience the brand. I got that trademark. If you ever follow me on Instagram at Markesric, you'll see a lot of the photos and a lot of the videos. It says experience the brand because when you put the clothing on, I got responses like, oh, I feel rich in it. I had someone crying saying they didn't know how the clothes were going to affect them.
Mm-hmm.
So when I came up with the slogan, I was like, wow, okay, you know what? That's a whole experience.
Right.
So let's just go with experience the brand.
Right. Experience, definitely an experience, bro, because your choice in fabrics for each piece, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times you got the logo and you got the, you got the big, and you got the M that go on it, and the logo that be on the sleeve, that goes on the sleeve. Like, it just, the pieces make sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
right.
The placement of the logo, the placement of Markesric on it, a lot of it makes sense because, a lot of times guys would just take a shirt and throw something on it and put it out there to their people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the pieces, the way you put the pieces together, that makes sense. That makes sense every time. And just the placement.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just to touch on what you said about just putting a name on the shirt and just putting it out there. When I'm creating and I'm developing the brand, when you take it to the cleaners or you take it to the laundromat, I don't want it to shrink.
Right.
So that was one of my main focuses. Like, just like people love the brand, they could say, "Oh, that's a cheap brand."
Right.
So bad news spread like good news. It's the same thing.
Right.
So they can be like, "Oh, don't buy that. That's cheap. You only got one wear out of it." So that's why most of the pieces that you'll see, the materials and care, I put the materials and care so you can see how you care for the brand, how you have to take care of it.
Right.
Because it's not cheap. So most of my garments you have to put in the dry cleaners.
Okay.
And the ones that you do or you can wash, you have to hang it out to dry after you wash it.
Yeah.
And you have to wash it on the gentle cycle.
Okay, yeah. So you said how long has the brand been active? You said this is pre-pandemic or like?
Since I would say since the pandemics, within the pandemic. So we're gonna say 2020. So we coming up on this is year 3 of the brand.
Okay.
And it's been going pretty good. I had it in Philadelphia, in Willow Park Grove Mall. Shout out to Willow Park Grove Mall, Philly Shed. They allowed me to have the brand in their store, which I really appreciate. So shout out to them. So now I have a market in Philadelphia.
Okay. Hey, bro, you making good strides, bro.
Yeah,
because a lot of times these brands pop up, like you said, fly by night. They pop up just to do a couple numbers, and they don't ever leave the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've been in Philly, Delaware. You've been in malls already.
Been in malls already, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's fire.
Now, thank you, man. So now the next step is what? The next step is to have the store, which I'm working on.
Okay.
So you can have a physical place to go, so you can see and touch and feel the quality of the garments. Looking at it on a video or looking at it on a picture is totally different when you can actually come out and touch it and you can see that it's on par. You know, the price matches the quality.
Right. So, being such a young brand, being what I consider to be a luxury brand, how does your work on the bodies of people, not necessarily, hired to model your stuff, like regular people, everyday people, just seeing your work on people's, in passing, what does that do for you?
Man, it's an inspiration because that was one of my goals. I said, I wonder how I'm going to react when I first see somebody wear it. Because, when you first start something and you put it out for public, consumption, you're going to get all type of reactions. God is a great God, and he even enabled me to have great reactions from the brand where people really took to it and they like it, and they telling their friends, telling their family, like, check out Markesric. It's a nice brand. It's a dope brand. It's just not, a brand that's here, just for the short term. So seeing it when I see it on someone, I'll be like, okay, I'm doing the right thing, because this game is not easy. Anybody that's in the fashion industry or trying to come up with their brand know the game is not easy. There's going to be times where you want to stop, but you can't stop, because if God gives you a vision, you're going to have to go with it, and it's not going to be easy. But because if it was easy, then anybody could do it.
100%. 100%. I can appreciate that. Yeah. Now, real quick, do you feel like it's important to attach your face to a brand? Because a lot of times we have these brands. We have Dior, we have Chanel, we have Louis. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you right up there with those brands. You know what I'm saying? With the quality of work that you're putting out, and the thought and the heart that you put in your design. A lot of these people don't know these people. You know what I'm saying? And some of these people, Tommy Hilfiger, they have like, not necessarily, they have smudges on their names type stuff. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the brands, we don't know who these people are. So you attaching your face to your brand, do you think how important was that to you?
That was very important to me. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to do your podcast, because you want to be able to be relatable to the people.
Right.
You don't want to be untouchable. You want to be tangible. You want to be organic. You want to be like, I know this guy. I know where this guy came from. I see what he's done. I see where he's trying to go. So that's important, because you know why? Because guess what? If I can do it, you can do it.
Right.
Sounds corny, but it's real.
Right.
You see somebody that's doing something that you want to do, and you be like, you know what? Mark is doing it. I'm going to do it.
Right.
Because you don't know who you inspiring. People are watching you. You don't know who you inspiring.
That's a fact.
So in what you're saying about the other brands, I don't know what their marketing scheme is, but I want to be able to be tangible. I want people to be able to reach out to me and be like, hey, Mark, I'm trying to do this. I want to be able to give advice. And that's how you give back. And that makes me feel good that someone's taking their time to ask me about something, that I'm doing to help them get where they're going. That's important. You don't want to be untouchable. You want to be tangible.
100%. 100%. You want to be. I feel like it's important. In my opinion, I'm not a clothing designer, but I still feel like I'm an artist in the sense that I create a podcast and I put it out there to people. A lot of times we'll have conversations like this. Conversation is very important because there's a lot of gifted people out there that just don't have it in them to start.
Yeah, that's
what I'm saying.
So let me touch on that. So every move that I make is faith driven, and some people may believe in God, some people may not. All right, so if you don't, then you got to believe in yourself, and you got to take a chance on yourself. I feel like if you don't take a chance on yourself, then you're going to be doing the same thing over and over again.
Real quick, bro, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but you got to put that somewhere. Like if you don't believe in God, believe in yourself.
That's a fact.
You got to put that like in a corner of a label or something like that. That's fire, bro.
Yeah, that's right, man.
That's fire.
You gotta do it, man, because if you don't, then you're gonna be in a cycle, repeating the same thing over and over again, and it gets redundant. So why not? If you got this, like you just said, there's a lot of talented people in Jersey City, New York, Philadelphia, everywhere. There's a lot of talented people, but you got to take a chance on yourself. And who's better to gamble on you than you?
Mm-hmm.
You're the perfect person. Because you know what you bring to the table. You don't have to depend on anybody. You're going to depend on yourself, and you're not going to let yourself down.
Right.
So you're the perfect person. Yeah. And that's what I did. And and here we are.
So yeah, and a young brand, like you say, a young brand. 2020. And you said you brought it to your wife. You brought it to the table, and a lot of times that's tough. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times the dream is bigger than the vision.
That's a fact.
You understand? So it's like a lot of people ain't gonna see what you see. Like you see it you got it in your head, but people can't grasp it.
So let me touch on. Let me touch on that. So there's a lot of times where people say, "Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that?" Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at them. I say, "Okay, I take everything into consideration, but what at the end of the day, right? I know the vision that God gave me. You can't see it. You can't see it. You can't see it. You know why? Because He gave it to me,
right?
And I'm 100%. The only one. I'm the only one that can see it. So when people say, "Oh, that's dope, but you should have did," oh, that's what you should have did.
I don't like that.
Right.
Hey, that's one way to end the conversation with me. I promise you, that's one way to end the conversation.
But you know what? It doesn't bother me because I'm focused. Mm-hmm. I know what the plan is. I know what the end game is. I was reading because I read a lot. So I was reading. It says that the journey is more important than the end game. Mm-hmm. Right?
100%. You learn so much more.
Yeah. So I met a lot of people. I learned a lot of things from a lot of people. And the one thing that that we all have in common is that stick to your guns. You see what you want, go get it.
Right.
No one's going to be able to tell you, or no one's going to be able to help you with your focus is, because it's your vision. And you know how you want to see it done.
Right.
100%. And that's don't let anybody deter you from that. You see it, the way you see it is the way you're supposed to see it. Mm-hmm. And the other person cannot see it.
Right.
Because it wasn't given to them.
Right. So with that, like you're saying, like you see the vision, did you see the dream? It's not for everybody to see, and not everybody to get a grasp right offhand. Right. How can you speak to how, if at all, how difficult it was to get people behind you? Because a lot of times the support that we need the most, that we want early on, is the support of our family and friends. So did you have any difficulty with getting friends and family behind you? Because that's normally where it starts, until we realize your biggest supporter or your biggest fan is going to be somebody that's not of your, you know what I'm saying?
So it's a cliche, right? Your biggest supporters are strangers. Right. Right? And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that friends haven't supported me, because they have. Right. Okay? But most of my support came from strangers. I'm going to tell you a story. I was in the barbershop. Haas the barber. Shout out to him.
Shout out Haas.
Shout out Haas.
I don't know him, but shout out to you, good brother. I'm going to shout out everybody black. Yeah.
Shout out to Haas the barber, man. I was in his barbershop getting a cut. Uh-huh. And, I'm telling him, I'm telling my barber about the brand, and someone overheard me. And he said, yo, you got a brand? I said, yeah, I got a brand. He said, let me see it. So I let him scan it, look at the gram, go to the website. He said, yo, this is fire. I said, thanks. He's been my dad. From that day I met him in that barbershop, shout out to Deep Cover. Right. He's been the biggest support of the brand.
That's his name?
Deep Cover.
Shout out to Deep Cover. That's a fire-ass name.
Yeah, bro.
Shout out to Deep Cover.
Shout out to Deep Cover. I met him in Haas barbershop. And from that day, he was like, yo, I'm going to help you move the brand. People tell you everything. Come on. If people tell you everything, if I had $1 for everything people ever told me what they're going to do for me or help me, I'd be a millionaire, right? Mm-hmm. Right, all of us, right? From that day, he's been nothing but what he said he was going to be.
Word.
So, and like I said, as you know, one of the creeds I live by, the people that support you or going to support you may not be your family and friends. Could be a total stranger.
Right. So a lot of times too, what I feel like when people speak of a village, they speak of a village in the sense of like, you know, family and children. But your village can be in your support system, in that the people that help grow your brand. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, you could have two different villages: the village of the family village and the village of the brand village. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. That makes sense.
Makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
I just thought about that, so I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to KS too, because he
big time.
You know, people want. You know, he gave me an opportunity to put my brand in his store. Mm-hmm. You know, that's he saw something in the brand, he liked it. That's dope. I love that. Like, he took a chance on me, you know, and it paid off. So shout out to him. You know, everybody that helped me. Shout out to Magic Sneaker, Jersey City on Kennedy Boulevard. Vic, he allowed me to put my brand in his store, right, you know, to get more brand awareness. So shout out to him.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. You got an easily likable brand, bro.
Yo,
like, because a lot of people, not a lot of people don't look to New Jersey as like a get fly state. You know what I'm saying? They look at us like a rugged state type. You know what I'm saying? They look to New York for the models and the get fly guys, bro. But if we do have we are some get fly people over here, and your brand provides that. You know what I'm saying? Like, your brand and your designs provide that. You get me? So it's like, that's a fly brand, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
See, I'm doing my best not to curse.
Yeah, yeah.
I need everybody that's watching to appreciate that. This is some fly shit over here. This is some fly shit going on.
Love, man. And that's the response that I want. See how you reacting to it?
Yeah, bro.
That's what drives me.
Bro,
I want people to be like, yo, you know, I had a customer text me, and he said to me, yo, your brand is so authentic and original. When me and my wife, when we go out, we throw on Markesric.
Hey, listen.
Those are the type of responses that, and I had got that at a time where I wasn't feeling really good about the brand, you know, and it's like, yo, it came right on time. It was like, damn, you know what? It was almost like, yo, you don't give up. You right there.
I'm glad you brought that up. But I want to say this. I want to highlight this. This man just said he had a customer text him. Unlimited access, people. For now. Because it's going to blow. Shit about to get crazy. Right. But can you text, can you text the Polo nigga? You can't text the Polo guy. Come on, bro. Right. I want to speak to that too, because I'm so glad you just brought that up. So, simple question, real quick. Is entrepreneurship for everybody?
It's for everybody if you're driven for it.
Think about them nights, bro. Like, because a lot of us, and I'm saying myself included, because when it comes to podcasting, I've had nights and days where I was like, man, I ain't going to record, man. Fuck that. You get me?
And those are the times when you should do it. All right? So I'm glad you said that. So even you can relate that. You can apply that to any aspect of life. You work out. The days that you don't want to work out is the days that you should go, because you'll get the best workout because you don't want to do it.
Right.
You know, I'm going to tell you, there's times in my basement, I go in my basement and, you know, sales may be down, or, you know, I'm like, dag, you know, people are not really purchasing right now. Well, maybe you should stop. No, that's the times you should go harder. Mm-hmm. Those are times, you know, is it for everybody? Depends on the person. If you really want something are you going to stop until you get it? I mean, you can apply that to anything. You want a car, you're not going to stop saving until you get it. You want this girl, you're not going to stop pressuring her till she your girl. You know, so you can apply that to any aspect of your life. You want something, there's going to be nothing in this world that's going to stop you from getting it. So in my case, I want global, you know, I want global recognition. I want my brand to be global. So am I going to stop? No, I'm not going to stop until it get there. Is time's going to be hard? Yes. Am I going to come out my pocket? Yes. But, you know, at the end of the day, you got to see the end game. You got to see it. All right, and it's going to be obstacles. You got to jump over them. You got to dodge them. The devil's going to be like, yo, you should quit. You should stop. No, why should you? Like I said, God gave you the vision, so you go do it. Because if he gives it to you, he gave it to you for a reason, because you're equipped to do the job.
Right.
Straight up.
100%. Hey, man, I keep saying it, but I really do appreciate the work that you putting in and the work that you putting out. You know, you got some good shit going on, bro. I'm not going to lie to you.
Thank you.
So
I appreciate that, man.
You know what I imagine, though? I imagine, I don't know what it's called. You know, like the architect dudes, they have that like slanted desk and they sit there on their stool leaning up against the slanted desk. Like when you do your designs, like how do you, like, is it like digital or do you do sketches to it?
So the funny thing is, I'm not an artist. I don't draw. I don't sketch.
Hold up, fam.
Everything.
Listen, wait,
everything is mental.
I gotta cut you off, bro. Mm-hmm. Like I get it. You probably put it together in your head, like, yeah, let me try this. Let me move these pieces around.
Right.
But I believe we spoke briefly about it before pre-recording. I feel like you are an artist, though.
Yeah, I'm an artist in the sense that I can see it. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. The sweater that you're wearing, I'm like, yo, so what if I took the first letter of the brand name and I just put it on the front? And then I put the logo on the sides. Real quick, the logo is a mixture of the M and the E. It's twisted. So any way you turn it, you're gonna see the M and the E. It's just a little treat that I put in there, you know, just for visual purposes. So I'm like, if I can put the big M on the front.
I gotta get one of them buckles too, bro.
Oh, I appreciate you.
I got to.
Yeah, I appreciate
that. But go ahead, my bad.
Yeah, now you good. So if I put the M on the front, you know, people are gonna be like, oh, what's that? Then they're gonna get up on it and be like, oh, okay, that's Markesric. You know, what brand is that? I can't tell you how many people told me, how many customers told me, you know, people are asking about your sweaters. Mm-hmm. People are asking like, who is this guy? So everyone is an artist. How you gonna paint the canvas? Everybody got a blank canvas. How you gonna paint it? You know, like I said to you before, I don't sketch. I don't draw. Everything is mental. So when I'm dealing with my manufacturer, I'm speaking to him, or I may use an image. I'm like, hey, how would this look? How you think this would look? Let's do this. You know, let's do that. XYZ. He sends me back a mock-up, and I'm like, oh, let's go with that. Or I'll say, we're not going to go with that. I'm going to have to revisit the draft board. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's an artist. Everybody has something in them, because artistry is, you know, is whatever you can think of. Right. You know, that's why, like, the brand, I can do anything with the brand, you know, because it's limitless.
Right.
Anything that you can think of is art, you know, so anything that you can put on the canvas, like I put the logo on the sleeves. I could have put the logo on the back.
Right.
But I put it on the sleeves because I'm like, yo, you know what? When people are walking, they see it from the side. Right? Be like, oh, that's kind of fire.
In passing,
oh, that's kind of fire. Mm-hmm. You know? So they be like, yo, what's that? This guy brand, Markesric. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's another reason why you have to be organic. You have to be tangible. You have to be able to reach out and touch you. Like, yo, I know him.
Right.
You know, or I know somebody that knows him. You know, so that's important, man. You know?
Yeah. When do you how I want to say this? Because you know, we have our moments, like you said, like some days you feel like some days you might not feel like you have it, and then some days you might be like, I got this shit, bro. Right? So when do you find yourself to be the most creative? You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times we have those modes. Like, where are you, and when do you find yourself to be the most creative as far as coming up with pieces?
I'm most creative in the morning. Mm-hmm. I'm driving to work, and you know, you're alone in your car, and that's when everything hits you. You know, listen, good and bad. you start thinking about things. But the brand is on my heart and on my mind so much that I'm looking for inspiration. So I get in the car, I'm driving to work, and I'm like, yo, what if I did this? Because I love outerwear. I love outerwear for men and women. I love that. If you go on the website, I have a lot of different type of sweaters, a lot of different type of coats. I love outerwear.
Okay.
I love boots. I'm gonna be making a boot, so look out for that.
So that was part of my next question. Like what season do you prefer to design for? Like you saying outerwear, you coming up with a
fall.
boot. Yes,
I
sir.
love the fall and the winter.
Okay.
You in the summertime, it's t-shirt and shorts, and sneakers.
Real simple.
Sample. Too simple for me.
Right.
Challenge me. I want to come up with something for the fall. I have a shearling out.
Oh, I ain't see that one.
Yeah, I have a nice shearling out. I should have brought it with me. I didn't bring it with me. But I have a nice shearling out. If you go on the website, markesric.com, you can look at the shearling.
I gotta check that out.
That shearling got rave reviews. I actually was in a contest at the Marriott in Newark on October 28th last year, and I came in second place.
Okay.
The winner of that contest was a trip to Paris. So just to be placed was a win in itself.
100%. Brand exposure.
Brand
You know what I'm
exposure.
saying? You got to meet people connections.
Right. And off of that placement, I was invited to New York Fashion Week, Atlanta Fashion Week. And I'll be doing Newark Fashion Week February 23rd at Rutgers College too.
Right.
Atlantic City Fashion Show February 15th at one of the hotels down at AC.
All right. So real quick, let me ask you, what was the last piece, right? You say you inspired in the morning driving to work. What was the last piece that you had to, you was like, hold up, I got an idea. I got to write this down. Pulled over. You like, hell no, I got to stop the car for this one. What was the last piece?
So the last piece, it's funny that you say that.
That you went crazy over.
That I went crazy over was the track jacket.
Track jacket, okay. Right. And real quick before you pull the track jacket up, do pieces? I want to ask you about your influences. What not necessarily what inspires you, because I hate that. I really don't like that question. What inspires you? You know what I'm saying? But your pieces are what influences do you draw from? Do you draw from any influences like
I draw my influence from 90s fashion mixed with today's fashion. Okay. Nostalgia.
Okay.
How we used to dress.
I respect it, bro.
How we used to dress in the 90s. Real bold.
Right.
Like you can see it coming. Fire. Carl Kanai. Fubu. Cross colors. Just you know how those brands was in the 90s.
All fire brands, by the way.
All fire. all fire. So I'm like,
if you know, you know.
Yeah, right.
You ain't even have to be there, but you see what's going on.
So I'm like, you know what? Why not mix that with today's fashion, with the ripped denim,
right?
Okay, with the clothes that you wanted to fit close. People don't like baggy anymore,
right?
It's out of style right now. They wanted to fit
that European cut,
the European cut. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make me a nice track jacket. One stripe
Fire.
down the sleeve, logo on the chest, brand name on the collar. So when people see you, they see the logo, but when you walk and they see the brand name, that to me it's like I get off on that. Because people are gonna say, "Yo, I like what you're wearing. What is that?" And you show them the back of the collar.
Right.
It's on the collar. Because so people have to ask you. It's not on the front. People are gonna have to ask you about that, about the M. What is that?
Yeah, what is that?
There's no name on it.
That's what you like when you come into contact with people. A lot of times, the first things you might experience a smile, but you experience the cologne and the clothes.
Right.
Like you can see the clothes. If without even speaking, you can smell the cologne. You can see the clothes. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, that's what gets the conversation going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I said, the designs, the pieces that you put together, and you could go ahead and bring the track jacket in. But what I want to say why he grabbed the track jacket, he was speaking on it earlier, and he said outerwear for men, designer for men, and it's like you don't only do designs for men.
Right.
You do designs for women too. And that's like, you got some nice stuff for the ladies too, bro.
So I appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
I'm
100%.
working hard for the ladies.
Gotta get the mic back to you.
I'm working hard for the ladies because I always get, what you got for women? Mm-hmm. You know, what do you got for the ladies? So
Right.
1 year ago, I said, you know what? Let me go hard at the women's fashion.
Right.
You know, and it's been a success. You know, February 15th, you know, at Atlantic City, I'm only showing women's fashion. Mm-hmm. I'm not doing men's because they want to see it, so I'm going to see it. I'm going to show them my denim collection. But this track jacket right here, right, was inspired
That's tough.
by 90s fashion. One stripe on the sleeve, logo on the left chest.
Bro. Simple but effective, bro.
Simple but
I think
effective.
that's hard. The brand
name
on the
collar.
back of the collar.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I like that a lot.
People have to ask you, what is that? Mm-hmm. You turn around, you show them the back of the collar.
That's tough. And turn it around one more time. That's the logo on the yeah.
It's the logo.
That's tough, bro.
You know?
That's tough.
Quality meets fashion. That's the goal.
What's that called? That's like that's a marriage that's like that makes sense. Quality, you know what I mean?
It makes
You
sense.
ain't getting no bullshit over here, people. I'm trying to tell you. Well, you wasn't bullshit. Take your ass to the swap meet because this ain't it, bro.
I'm gonna show you.
That's another
piece.
That's another one of my favorite ones right here too, bro. That jean jacket, that shit hard, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Right.
I'm gonna keep it a bean with you, bro.
I appreciate that, man. You know, this is actually a staple of the brand. Mm-hmm. Denim and leather. It's a staple of the brand. But this shirt, right?
I don't know. That look like my size. You might have to leave that one here with me, bro.
Right?
Go ahead, turn it around. You can show it to the camera, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's tough, bro.
This is actually paint. And what I was touching on earlier with you about how you care for
Let me
your
check that out. Go ahead, keep talking. Let me see.
Yeah.
That.
What I was saying before, how you care for it, that's actually paint in the front. So that can't be.
That's real paint, bro.
Yeah. So that can't be washed. It can't be dry clean. It has to be spot clean, which is not. It's not an everyday shirt anyway. Okay, it's something that you're gonna wear out on occasions.
Yeah, that's.
So you destroy and you rebuild. Handle with care. It says it on the front. Handle with care. Destroy and rebuild. Classic
Details. The details.
Yeah,
got the
buttons.
logo on the buttons.
Yeah, buttons.
Yes, sir.
Buttons is customized. You know.
That's fire, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, you
Double zipper. Double zipper. And another thing about the brand is unisex because what I get a lot, women like this shirt too, and they wear it. It's just not a men's shirt.
Let me stop you there. It's not unisex. Don't take my sweatshirt. It's my sweatshirt. You want one? I'll get you one. Don't take mine. You understand me? We'll get you one. We'll go to the website. We'll get you one. Don't take mine.
Right.
Nah, but go ahead, bro.
So a lot of women, they'll buy the men that they think it's men's clothes, but outside of what I specifically designed for women, the brand is really unisex.
Right.
The sweater that you're wearing, like you just said, the sweater that you're wearing, women like the sweater.
You can take my shit. I'm coming to get my shit back. I'm telling you right now.
You know?
I hate to put you on the spot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Any favorites? Do you have any favorite pieces? Like
I do.
Do you now?
I do have my. I do have my.
It's like having a favorite child, bro.
Yeah.
I know you probably hate. I know you probably hate to say you got a favorite piece, but go ahead, talk to us about your favorite piece.
I do have my favorite pieces. I'm going to show you one of my favorite pieces. Actually,
okay, let's do it.
Let's do that.
You hate to ask an artist about his favorite piece because it's like, yo, I put so much work into all my pieces. I put so much into my work. How you gonna ask me about my favorite?
One of my favorite pieces you holding right there, that Markesric varsity jacket.
Not a flimsy piece. This is not flimsy by
genuine leather sleeves.
Any way at all.
Roman numerals on the chest, logo on the chest, striped collar, rib collar.
Come on.
Rib wrist.
Shit.
I love the detail. People ask me what the Roman numerals stand for.
Yeah, you saw my eyes go to
Go Google it.
You saw my eyes go to
Yeah.
it? I'm going to Google it. I'm damn sure going to Google it.
Go Google it.
This
See
fire,
what the
bro.
Roman numerals stand for.
and
You
this-
always got to people. So you always got to give people a treat. Mm-hmm. You know, I put treats in my clothes. So, you know,
What the kids call them, Easter eggs?
Easter eggs. Yeah, I put the Easter eggs in my clothes. So
This is not a flimsy piece, bro. This is a high quality piece right here, bro.
thank you, brother. I
I'm not
appreciate
gonna,
it.
this is, you can feel it.
I want it. That's all I want to do is put out high quality merchandise for public consumption.
Hey, where you put the Philly one at?
Oh, I'm gonna go get it. Let me go get the Philly jacket.
It's over here, it's up there.
It's over there.
All right, yeah, you got to get the Philly one, bro. You got to get the Philly one. But yeah, bro, these pieces that you putting out, the work that you putting out, I don't know nothing. I ain't seen nothing else that's like it. You understand? I've yet to see anything that compares to it. Honestly, you're gonna have to tell me, when was the last time you saw a varsity jacket? Like, who was the last brand to put out a varsity jacket? I can't think. Nah. This ain't no street brand either. Right. I mean, you can wear it on the streets. Let me go ahead and zip this up so y'all can get the full effect of it.
Let me just give them a little background on the Philly jacket.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Philly jacket I designed specifically for the market in Philadelphia. When I had the brand in the store, shout out to Willow Park Grove Mall, Philly Shed. I wanted to give them a piece that was just designed for them.
Yeah, bro, because a lot of times it ain't about playing favorites, but it makes the most sense to show love where you get love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, and that's what I was doing.
See that? Check that out.
And I have a jersey one coming soon. You know,
Right.
so when that one drops, I'll be here to drop it on.
It's tough, bro.
On Union Jackson's podcast.
Oh yes, sir.
I'll drop that. I'll drop the jersey one for y'all.
Yes, sir. And I'm here for it, good brother. I asked you about your favorite pieces already.
Actually, that Philly jacket is one of my favorite pieces too.
Okay.
Like I really love the front of the jacket. Put the Markesric underneath the Philly with the brand name on the back. It's a simple design, but it's effective.
Mm-hmm.
You know, who don't want to rep their city?
Right. So you got a piece for Philly. Mm-hmm. You got a piece for Jersey. Mm-hmm. You from Brooklyn.
From Brooklyn, New
right.
York.
You've had your pieces in Delaware.
Right.
You've had your pieces in Philly and the malls.
Right.
Is there anyone in particular, like obviously you want to be globally recognized?
Correct.
Is it anyone in particular that you want to see in one of your pieces? That's just like everything is organic. You want them to naturally flow to your work and be seen in your work. Is anybody that you would like to see outside of everyone? Just somebody in particular.
I have no one in particular.
Okay.
I want, you know, when and you can ask any entrepreneur, any artist, they just want to be recognized.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whoever wears the piece is recognizing you because they like it. You're not going to wear something that you don't like.
Right.
It doesn't have to be anybody famous. You know, I'm not in the game for that. You're wearing a piece. You like it.
100%.
It's good enough for me.
And I'm not just wearing it because you're here.
Right.
I actually like this shit, bro.
Right.
I really like
that.
That was a real media trained dancer. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I appreciate that.
How many podcasts have you done so far?
One. Union and Jackson.
This it?
Shout out, yo.
Bro, that was a real media trained dancer right there. Like that was
yo, shout out, man. Union and Jackson, man.
So we talked about you being in these malls and, you know, having this exposure. Expanding a brand. Like as far as getting that reach. The reach and exposure that you have, it's been all organic. But outside of that, let's just say word of mouth, like talking to people. Like how has that been difficult for you? Because I'm not a real big people person. Right. And it's crazy to say because I'm attempting to do a podcast where I sit down and talk to people, interview people, and just get their perspective on life and things. Mm-hmm. And yours on fashion. Right. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And entrepreneurship. Right. So how has expanding and pushing the brand forward, how's that been for you?
It hasn't been easy. Mm-hmm. But I enjoy when things are not easy. Mm-hmm. Because it challenges me to come up with different ideas and how I can expand the brand and do brand exposure. This year, I told myself that I'll be traveling with the brand. I'm going to head down to D.C. next month, March, actually. I'm going to head down to D.C. I'm going to hit Baltimore. I enjoy. It's almost like you opening a present on Christmas Day. I never seen this before.
Mm-hmm.
I love when people say that. I never seen anything like this before. Who are you? That's why the podcast and the organic, being organic is so important, because people need to relate to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, listen, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I'm from East New York. Okay, single mother, father left, welfare to come up. Who's not going to be able to relate to that?
Right, a lot of people. Sadly to say, a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah, 85%. You ask anybody, their mother was the father for 18, 20 years until they were able to, acclimate themselves to the world. So who's not going to be able to relate to that? I want to be relatable. Right. I don't want you to purchase something because you like me. I want you to purchase something because you like the brand, and it's a quality brand. Right.
Your relationship with the man should never. Well, it's tough to say this, but it's the fact that your relationship with the man should never, like, how you feel about the person should never affect how you, like, if you putting out good stuff, you get me? Like, I get it. Trust me, I understand that part. Now, music plays a huge part in life in general, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. You agree with that or not?
I agree with that.
So,
fashion, music goes together.
Yeah. So you got anybody that you like right now as far as music goes? I'm gonna come back with a process like music inspiring pieces. So because I always want to get back to your inspirations.
Right. I like 90s rap. I'm not stuck, but I like 90s rap. Let's right. I'm not stuck. Clear. You know what I mean? Listen, I like Meek. I like Rick Ross. Mm-hmm. I like Fab. But I love Nas, Big J, and Pop.
I can see Nas. I can see Nas in that in one of your joints. A lot of your joints.
Yeah, that's
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
that's
see
a
that.
fact. Like
I get that.
That's my flow, smooth flow. Smooth. I have something. You know what I pride myself on?
Yeah.
If you wanna chill with the fellas, okay, I got a piece for that. Mm-hmm. You wanna go out with your lady? I got a piece for that.
Right.
And I got a piece for her. Right? So I'm versatile. The brand is versatile. What you want to do? You want to go out? You want to chill? Okay, I got that for
flavors.
I got you know what I mean? And that's what it's really about. Mm-hmm. And you want to make pieces, conversation pieces. Mm, you know what 100%. I mean? Like you looking at it. When I had wore my I wore the Philly jacket, and people were like, yo, a couple of people was like, yo, that's kind of fire. Mm-hmm. I said,
kinda. Fuck you mean?
I'm like, yo, I'm like, oh, thank you.
That would have been my response.
And
kinda.
Right. So like, what's that? It's my brand, What's the name of your brand? Markesric. I was at a pop-up shop in maybe 2 years ago, and a lady said she bought something, and she was like, I like that name, Markesric. She was like, Gucci, Prada, Markesric. It's like right there. Mm-hmm. See, when people say that stuff to me, that's what keeps me going. Mm-hmm. Because I believe that it can be a luxury brand, right? So.
Nah, it is. I started that off by saying that, bro. It's a luxury. Yeah. It's a luxury brand, bro. It's right. It's right there. Quality in the pieces.
Just need
the look, the feel, bro.
Right. So
you know what I'm saying.
So when you're driven and people are actually like complimenting you on it, it's just add fuel to you. Mm-hmm. Like I told you, like on the days where I don't feel like doing anything, I might get an order, or I might get a text on the business line, like, and I'm like, Dad, I'm looking at it like, yo, let's go. Let's keep going. Like
Fired up.
it's like, and I'm always motivated, but I'm human, you know. So it's times where there's downtime, you know. But I'm self motivated though. But like I said, I'm human, and I'm subjected to times where I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest, like.
And that's real.
Yeah, that's real.
That's real.
You know what I mean? It's like, Dad, I can just stop right now, right? And get all of the stress off me right now.
To not even have to worry about it.
Don't even have to worry about it. But I'm like, if I stop now,
I feel like you'll feel crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. I'm gonna be like, yo, God gave you this and you just gonna do this with it?
Right.
Nah. That's like you 5'4" and you know somebody 6'10" telling you, oh, I don't want to play. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, God gave you 6'10".
Yeah.
Like, turn around. You know what I mean?
Work
like,
at Walmart, bro?
Yeah, right.
What are you doing?
Right. Like, yo, God gave me this hike for a reason. Let me go use it.
Right.
Like, you can't have the tools and not use it.
Yeah, seeing somebody play with their gifts,
right?
And you're in a position like, yo, like if I had the thought process to the wherewithal to put myself in that position, you have a gift,
right?
This was given to you, like you said, you came in, you went to the place to get something that you liked, that inspired you. You wasn't inspired by none of the stuff that you saw, so you say, you know what? Let me inspire myself. Let me put something out to the world. You know what I'm saying? And to think that you have this gift and this thought process, and somebody is out there doesn't have it. Like, why would you play with that?
Right.
That makes it. Yeah.
That makes so you want to be an electrician, right?
Right.
You can't hang out with people that do woodwork. Just doesn't work.
That's fine.
That's fine. You know what
the carpenter's for? I'm an electrician.
Yeah. Like, you're not gonna do that. So on this journey, you're gonna meet like-minded people. Right? So my circle changed. Right? And let me tell you something. Let me just be cliche. People are gonna fall off that you don't need. And that's just a fact.
Big fact.
That's just a fact. On your journey, you know what? You hear a lot of people say, you know, I'm gonna take the hood with me, or I'm gonna do this. It's not like that.
Everybody can't go.
Everybody can't go. It sounds cliche, and it sounds corny. I know that, but it's a fact.
A fact.
Because some people are not. Let me tell you something. You gotta be around people that's doing what you do. And you got to be around people that's smarter than you. If you the smartest person in your circle, it's not happening.
It's a bad circle to be in.
It's not happening.
You got to be motivated. You got to be pushed.
It's not happening.
By the people. You got to be inspired. You got to aspire higher at every time.
So I've been talking to you for a minute, you know, because I wanted to do your podcast. I'm like, yo, let me holler at him. I want to do his podcast because you inspired me. Like,
I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah. So why would I hang around you? And it sounds crazy. I know it's gonna sound crazy, but why would I hang around you if you're not pushing me to be better? That's just a fact.
That make perfect sense, bro.
That's just a fact.
That make perfect sense, because it's like if the group is stagnant, like if the group is good where they at, then you're not. Where do you expect to go?
Right. And God is only gonna give you, right, with you. If you're not in the place to receive it, He can't give it to you. If you're in a place to receive it, He's going to give it to you. For example, you know, I always testify. You know, I give my testimony. I'm I was dealing with somebody that I knew I shouldn't be dealing with. I had nothing in common with this person. Okay, but I'm dealing with her, right? So how can he give me what I want if I'm dealing with somebody who's not in a line what I'm trying to do?
Right.
It doesn't make sense. I'm gonna waste it. It's just gonna be another waste. Can't waste it. Put yourself in position where you can get what you need so you can move to the next level. Because everybody wants to be successful. Let's not play around. All right. You want to be successful, you want to put your family on easy street, you want to live a good life. So if you want to do these things, you're gonna have to let people go.
You gotta say it. You gotta say it, bro. Good.
You gotta let people go, man, and it's gonna be easier than you think. Because you're gonna be like, you know what? This cat right here, he's not in line with what I'm doing. I gotta cut him off. He's gonna be pissed off.
It's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt. Yeah, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna hurt.
When I'm reading and everybody says the same thing, you're gonna lose people on the way to the top.
Yeah. That's not shitting on people. Let me say this to y'all real quick. That's not shitting on people. So you got to understand, like, everybody is not conducive to your growth. Everybody, this level might not be compatible with the people that was on this level with you. And that's not shitting on people. That's just understanding, like, growth sometimes requires a form of separation.
Right.
Right? That's just how I feel about that. Growth, not necessarily like you don't have to cut them off and say F them people over there.
Right.
Because that's messed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like me, I need to be here, and you being with me while I was here, it's not the same. It's a little different.
It's a little different.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
it's a difference when people are riding with you. A ride is gonna be a person, like I told you, the shout out to Deep Cover, like I met in the barbershop. He don't even know me. You know what I'm saying? But he believed in what I was doing. And he's here to this day still riding.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
sometimes you could feel a passion and just experiencing somebody like, yo,
right.
I got a light in them.
Hence the slogan of the brand. Experience the brand.
Right.
It's an experience. You gotta listen, if I could give anybody advice, and if anybody, who's willing to take my advice, stay the course. Stay the course. Stay focused. Listen to what God has given you. Everybody has gifts. God gave every man, woman gifts. But it's up to you to realize those gifts. And you're not going to be able to realize those gifts if you're hanging with people that's going to keep you at a certain level. And it is what it is. I can't say it. I can't candy coat it.
Right.
You feel me? I can't candy coat it. That's just what it is. You go on YouTube and you watching videos and you see these people and they at an echelon where you want to be. You don't think these people had to cut people off? I'm at my best when I'm by myself.
And real quick, I'm sorry to cut you off, but some people got to realize too, like you got to be real with yourself too. And at the same time, if you know, like, all right, bro, like you need, like you my man.
Right.
So I can go with you so far.
Right.
Like once I see you reach a level that's not like, I really can't, I'm not going to be helpful on that level. Like I'll still continue to do the things that I've been doing with you on this level while you go to that next level. So a lot of times people need to understand, like, just because he's moved up another level, that don't mean you done. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
as your brother, I can still support you,
right,
and be that person on that level. Like, I can still be the person that, like, hey yo, do a blue colorway, do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? Still do the same things. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it might not hit, sometimes it might hit. You get me?
Right.
But I can still be helpful to you, even though I'm not at the level. I'm not at the fucking Rock Nation brunch with you. I'm not on Good Morning America with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
But I'm still hanging up posters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still.
So people get caught up with everybody want to be up front.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Everybody want to be up front.
Right.
And I can understand that. But you want to develop a team. Sometimes people got to be comfortable with being in the background. And if I'm a real dude, I don't have to, advocate that or tell people, anybody that know me know I'm a real cat. I'm gonna keep it real with you. You're gonna eat off of whatever I do.
Right.
Because you're helping. I'm not gonna exclude you from anything. I'm be like, so and so, he here in the background, he's doing this. He's setting up meetings, he's putting up flyers, he's posting on the gram, he's doing TikToks. How I'm gonna forget that?
Gotta work to eat though.
Yeah, you're all part of the process.
Right.
Then then you got cats that don't want to do anything, right? But they want to eat.
Yeah, you gotta work to eat, bro.
Right? So you're gonna have to, as a boss, you're gonna have to like separate that, and sometimes people, you're gonna have to tell people stuff that they don't want to hear.
Every time.
You're gonna have to tell them, stuff that they don't want to hear, but that's part of the growth process. And if they can't look inside themselves and accept that what you're saying, then you don't need them.
Right.
That's just a fact.
You know what I say often? To speak to that, I say often to myself. Sometimes I post it on social media. If I don't cook, I don't eat. You know what I'm saying? And that's not necessarily related to obviously it's a kitchen. You know what I mean? It's like me cooking. If I don't cook, I don't eat. But like if I don't do the work, then how can I expect to reap the benefits of my
rewards,
efforts type shit? You know what I'm saying? If I'm not doing nothing, I'm not gonna get nothing.
That's a fact.
So a lot of times I tell myself this is how I get myself to get up. Like we have those moments that we spoke about where we don't get up. Sometimes we don't feel like getting up. Sometimes we don't want to do it. Sometimes we'll feel down about it. And I'll tell myself, bro, if you don't cook, you ain't gonna eat.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yo, that's a fact. And you know what? Guess what? You can't get anywhere. Everyone needs help. No one, you hear a lot of people say that they self-made. To me, that's a lie. You know why? Because somewhere along the line, somebody that's more successful than you, right, helped you.
100%.
So
100%.
don't say you're self-made. All right, say that you're self-motivated.
Self-made, self-designed. Like you design yourself,
right?
But at the end of the day, it was a team. It was something behind you that helped you propel you to the
that's
to whatever stratosphere you at.
Right. You can't get anywhere by yourself. Someone has to help you get where you're going. That's just you need people.
Yeah, you got to recognize that. So
yeah, if you're like myself, I have a full-time job. I have to work. So if I'm working, right, then someone on the team is doing something that I can't do.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's just how it works hand in hand. So that the self-made thing, okay, you're self-motivated, you're driven, you explain it like that, but being self-made, I would pump the brakes on that a little bit. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? Because everyone needs help. You can't get anywhere in this world without help.
Right.
I'm a firm believer in that.
Right. So let's circle back to the process and everything related to the brand. Let's talk about you've been in a number of fashion shows, a few.
Right.
What has that experience been like?
Man, the fashion shows is like it's another level.
Right.
Like you really get to see what it takes to get to the next level. Okay, so my first fashion show that I did, shout out to Atlantic City Fashion Show. I met their great people, Lamar and Gina, they're great people. I did my first fashion show with them. I was nervous. They was like, what you nervous about? Your pieces are dope.
Right.
But you're your own worst critic. You know what I'm saying? Like you.
That's if you good though.
Right.
That's if you good. When you're good, you're your own worst critic.
You're your own worst critic. Fashion show was a hit. Okay. 7,000, maybe 8,000 views on the gram from the fashion show. It's dope. So now I knew what it takes to get to the next level. So now when I do fashion shows, what do I know? I know it's brand exposure, right? I know it's other markets, right? I'm working with different people means what? Working with different people mean different connections. Okay. Some of the models, they stay in touch with me. Hey Mark, you heard about this? Relationships are very important.
Right.
It's very important that you don't burn bridges because you're gonna have to walk across them one day. You know what I mean? So I do as much as I can for people, and sometimes it's not reciprocated, other times it's reciprocated. But do what's in your heart. If your heart is set on something to do, then you do it. You know what I mean? But listen, I did the Atlantic City fashion show, right? So what did it propel me? It propelled me for the Philadelphia fashion show. It propelled me to the Newark fashion show. So now, people, the name Markesric, right? The brand, people are talking about it. Yo, you got to get Markesric in your show. You got nice pieces, XYZ. So now people are contacting me like they want me in the show. So that's what the shows have done for me, done for the brand, and I'm grateful, because like I'm telling you, it's not easy. There's times where I have to come out my pocket, to pay, certain bills.
You got to pay the cost to be the boss, bro.
You got to pay the cost.
And that's not always money either. That's time too.
Yeah,
late nights, early mornings type stuff. Word.
So it's not for the weak. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you a type of person that run into an obstacle and you're ready to quit, then it's not for you.
Nah, this ain't for you, bro. A lot of this, and that's how a lot of stuff works, and that's how success works. Like we spoke a little bit about it, but like success works in a way that like it's gonna be trials, it's gonna be tribulations, it's gonna be things that's gonna trip you up. You gotta fight through the weeds. You know what I mean? You gotta fight through everything. It's gonna be a lot of speed bumps. It's gonna be a lot of stuff that's gonna be set. It's a lot of shit set in place to deter you from reaching your goals.
Right.
Like it's up to you to fight through those things to get to where you want to be. It's all about how bad you want it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact. So, one of the reasons that I started the brand was to employ people. Okay. I wanted to do nonprofit, organizations. I want to help the homeless. I want to feed the hungry. So what I've noticed that when you reach a certain echelon, you can branch out.
Right.
So when I see people homeless and hungry, I listen. You can accuse me of being a socialist because listen, I don't like to see people hungry.
Right.
I don't like to see people homeless. So I wanted to start the brand. The brand. I wanted to be an organization. I wanted to be a corporation. Where, I had an idea where, we can not just feed the homeless because that's temporary. I want to be able to educate them, get them off the street, house them, educate them, then acclimate them into society so they can be, a working part of society.
Right.
I believe that no one intentionally wants to be homeless, wants to live on the street. Okay, I don't know what got them there. I'm not concerned with what got them there.
Right.
Okay. We got to get you off the street. It's cold.
Right now, bro.
It's freezing.
Yeah.
If you have a place, a warm place to stay, then you're blessed.
Right.
Because listen, I go to work and every day and I see people, they living in the train station, just trying to stay warm.
Yeah, I rode through Newark last night around like 2:15. Just to see that.
Right.
It's humbling. It's like
humbling.
Crazy, bro.
Like, make you appreciate what you have.
Yeah. You know what the wildest thing that I saw, bro? I saw just to speak to that real quick, because I want to touch on it real quick, but I want to get past it because I don't want to make it all. We don't want to make it all sad.
Yeah.
But I was in Chicago at one time. I visited Chicago, and I saw like it get cold in Chicago, bro.
Facts. One of the coldest cities in the nation.
Bro, I saw a man sleep between 2 mattresses. Like, I'm talking about, this is under a train. They got that train that run through Chicago.
Right.
It's under that. It's like a 4-foot long icicle. You know what I'm saying? To see a man in that type of situation.
Right.
Obviously, I'm not from there. It's not really a whole lot I could do, but like that's tough, right? Like just those types of situations. And it's been cold in Jersey these last couple of days, last couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying?
It's been 30 degrees and under.
It's tough. Last night I looked at the temperature. It was 19 degrees.
Facts. Bro. It's inhumane. It's inhumane.
Inhumane. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? But like you said, that's was one of my reasons for, I want to create an organization. I want to create a corporation, that has multiple reaches. Mm-hmm. I just want to help. I just want to help people, man.
Do the work so you can do the work.
That's it. Yeah. Realize your dreams, whatever it is that you want to do.
Okay. Yeah. What I want to ask you, like, because it's since 2020, all of this has been new to you. This has been an experience. It's been an experience so far because you've experienced things that you haven't experienced before, the fashion shows, the traveling, the exposure, you know what I'm saying? Just the whole creative process. One of the questions that's most important to me is like, what has surprised you the most about this whole game, the clothing game? What's something that really, you know what I mean? Like you like, damn, I never even, like who would have thought that this was a part of it?
Right. So nothing really surprised me.
Word?
Yeah, nothing really surprised me because it's almost like it's almost like an expectation in a sense that we're human, right? You're dependent on humans and they're capable of anything, right?
Right.
Fortunately for me, the humans that I came in contact with, they were helpful. Mm-hmm. There's people, I'm going to share something with you. So people ask me for help, who's your manufacturer? Who does this? Can you do this? And they say, you know what they say immediately after this? No one wants to share information. Right? No one wants to share information. So let me just go on record and tell you that this is a big world. Mm-hmm. There's more than enough money for everyone.
That's a fact.
Okay? Me sharing information with you, it's not going to hurt me.
Right.
All right? I just want to go on record and say that it's not that serious. You're insecure. If I give you information, I'm insecure if I think you're going to get ahead of me.
Right. And two, what people need to understand is like, a lot of times sharing information don't necessarily make sense. You know what I'm saying? And I say that to say, if I give you this information, you don't strike me as a person that's going to use it and do the right thing with it.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, obviously we understand like sometimes things is a waste of time. Like, what the fuck I'm beating this dead horse for? Like,
right.
You want information? Here's the information. This is the information right here. So what did you take that information? Like, it don't make sense a lot of times. So people don't get that.
So I agree with that. So you know what that's similar to? People say your job is hiring. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my job is hiring. Here's the information. Then you see him 2 weeks later. Yo, did you fill it out? Oh nah. You felt you know what I'm saying? So you infatuated with asking me. Right? But you really don't want to work.
You want access to the information, but you don't want
to use it.
What the information will do for you.
Right.
Yeah,
So like I'm listen, the type of cat I am, I'm still gonna give you the info. Mm-hmm. And what you do with it, you do with it. You don't use it, you don't use it. You don't use it. I'm not going to walk away and be like, "Dad, I could have helped them or I could have helped her," and I don't help them. I gave you the information. Now it's up to you. I can't, like, listen, like the quarterback. I throw the football. I can't catch it too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
you gotta do something.
Yeah, you gotta do something. Yeah, you gotta pour into it too.
Right.
What I come across is a lot of people they want you to do it for them. Mm-hmm. I can't do it for you.
Right.
I can't hold your hand through the process. But I can help you. I can give you the information to help you, but you have to do something for yourself also.
Right.
Like that's how it's gonna work. You know, you rub two pieces of coal together, and you got to get the fire. Two pieces of wood, and you get the fire. If I'm rubbing and you're not doing nothing, you're not gonna get the spark that you're looking for.
Right. So that's a thing too. Like, I say people, but like we all need to understand, like, we got two of everything because it makes sense. It's about balance, yin and yang, left and right. You know what I'm saying? One hand wash the other. You gotta put the work in to get the result.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's
100%.
You know what too? A lot of people see the end results, right? But they don't see A, B, C. They see D, but they don't see A, B, C.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Then when they find out what A, B, C consists of, no, I don't want to do that.
And that's another thing too, bro. Hustle. Like people speak about hustle. People speak about hustle, but they don't speak about hustle as like the work. They speak about hustle as the end product. Like, yeah, I hustle, I'll get to the bag. You get to the bag how? I get to the bag by doing this, get money. I'm like, oh, what's your process? Like a lot of people can't explain the process. And that's like
in the process, it's the hardest thing.
That's
people are in love with the end result, right? So even and you can apply that to music, relationships. You can apply that, like you just let me listen to that song with Meek and Fat.
Same 24, yeah,
right, fire, right,
yes, sir.
What did they have to do to get that fire?
Work.
You want the fire,
yeah. You
want the fire. But who knows? Were they up? Were they up in the middle of the night doing it?
Absolutely. Probably up all night.
Yeah. You got to be willing to sacrifice. I've sacrificed. I sacrifice a lot. And the most that I sacrificed was my time. That's what's going to get you to where you want to go. Your time, what you're willing to put in. You can do the work. Like I looked at. If you go on my website, I put a lot of work into the website.
Right.
I watched a lot of videos, and I'm like, I'm the type of person, like, I'm not going to pay you to do something that I can do. Okay, so what's that? What does that require? That's going to require what? Time and effort. Right. So what do? I YouTube everything because I'm looking at everything around me, right? And I'm like, yo. He's doing it, she's doing it, he's doing it, whoever's doing it. I'm like, why am I not doing it? Because I'm not putting in the time. So let me go put in the time. Like I told you, I go in my basement and I'll spend 1 to 2 hours. I'm looking at videos. I'm looking at websites. I'm looking at Gucci, Marc Jacobs. I'm looking at Polo. I'm looking at their websites and I'm like, all right. What are they doing that I'm not doing? I want my website to look like theirs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Want it to be high end. So I'm looking. I'm like, okay, let me go on a video and let me see what they doing. It's not hard.
No,
just got to have time.
Not. Yeah. You
got to be willing to put in the time. What are you willing to sacrifice? That's the bottom line.
So like we've been saying a little bit on this pod, right? Since we've been talking, we talk about cliches, right? A lot of like one that comes to mind when you say that is hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard.
That's fact.
You got to be able to put that work in.
That's
you know what I'm saying? And it's not a lot of sleep on the road to success.
That's a fact.
You get me? So like I truly understand that, and I can appreciate the work that you put in when you speak about your speak about the website, you speak about the designs, you speak about the work and the effort that it takes to put out these quality pieces.
Right.
I can appreciate that.
Because I want the brand, and it's not me. I like to separate myself from the brand. Okay, so I want the brand to be successful. I'm not a camera guy. I don't want to be in front of the camera. It just so happens that sometimes it comes, with the situation. But I want the brand to be successful. Right. I'm Markesric. But I want the brand to be successful. When I go home, I'm John.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a father, I'm a husband.
And that's how I started out. I was like, oh, I'm with John from Markesric, and you are the same person.
Right. Yeah, right. Like I don't want it. I don't want the two to be misconstrued or be confused. That's separate from who I am. And I like, just to touch on again, I love to be organic. I want people to reach out to me and be like, yo, I like what you're doing. I had people reach out to me, tell me they like what I'm doing, keep going. That's an inspiration in itself when you get the feedback from the customers, when you get the feedback from the public, you know that you're doing something good. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lane. Like I just feel like when I went to Macy's that day, right, and I'm like,
no shout to Macy's, because y'all do provide a good product for the people that you provide the product for. It's just that one day.
Just that one day.
Just that one day.
I seen a hole. And and I'm like,
and Markesric, the brand, could fill that hole for you.
Right, I could fill that hole. I could feel it. And I feel like I've been filling that hole. And thanks to you, Union Jackson, you giving me a platform to speak about it.
Right.
And I really appreciate it, because there's not a lot of people that's willing to. They want to be paid to do certain things. I had I'm not going to mention any names, but I had a rapper that told me that he'll wear the brand for $10,000, and I'm like, and I told myself, I'm like, why would I give you $10,000 to wear a shirt or wear one of the pieces? Am I going to get $20,000 in return? That doesn't. It just doesn't. It does, that line of thinking doesn't compute with me. I'm not. Frowning down on it. If anybody does it, they do it, but it's not for me.
That relationship, like, go ahead, my bad.
Yeah,
I'm about to start snapping on it. Let me relax.
Because guess what? And another thing, I don't expect people to handle situations like I would. I'm in a position right now to help people. I'm not going to charge you for it. That doesn't make any sense to me. If you're trying to come up, why would I take money from you? If you're trying to get where I am, or you're trying to get higher, me taking money from you doesn't make sense to me.
In the early stages of your thing, give me like it don't make sense, especially if we all on a come up. You know what I'm saying? It makes more sense to collaborate and do the work together. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. Yeah, I think
it makes more sense. But we that's not the type of world where we live in. We live in a me first world. We live in a me world. What can I get? What can I get from him? What can I get from her? Like I'm not like that. I'm the same person. And anybody that know me, I'm the same person from when I started the brand, which I didn't have a brand, to which when I started the brand, I'm the same guy. I'm not the same guy in respect to, how I'm moving, how I'm pushing, but I'm the same guy at my core.
Right.
At my morals, at my standard. I'm not looking to, jerk you. I'm not looking to squeeze information out of you. I'm not looking to see what I can get from you. I'm just not built like that. I'm not programmed like that. In the streets, they would call that a real dude. I'm a real dude. You know what I mean? So
we can appreciate that as a people, as a what you call the people that support, like that shop your brand?
You call them supporters.
Like supporters, it's another word for it too. But like we can appreciate that as the people that support you, or people that shop with you and that work with you, that's gonna be patrons of your brand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As the people that's patrons of your brand, we can appreciate the efforts that you put in and how you view your views as far as work goes. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times it's not really about that. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, the dollar is good. Like it's because the goal is to get money.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
We can't, but yeah, man.
Yeah, the goal is to get money, but it can't be was drive. It can't
be that thing that like that the all determining factor.
Right.
Because if that's the case, then like ethics go out the window.
That's correct.
You know what I'm saying? And that's you know what I mean. Morals go out the window. Yeah, and then that's when shit start to get tricky.
Right. I always say to myself, I don't want to be a shady business owner. I want to be on the level. I don't want to overcharge you. I'm not going to undercharge you. I just want to be on the level. You know what I'm saying? I want people to respect that and recognize that.
We coming in them rooms to sell product. We ain't coming in them rooms to fuck to get to the top.
Right. Because when you do that, right?
Yeah. No shots at nobody.
Yeah. No.
I mean, if you having sex to get to the top, then by all means. But we ain't doing that over here.
But what did Big say? You reign on the top with short like leprechauns. Yeah. I'm building this brand to be around. This is legacy for me. I'm gonna pass this to my sons when I don't want to do it anymore. Right. I want them to come out with brands under the Markesric brand. This was what this about. Like I told you, it's about employing people. It's about legacy. And it's about putting a quality product out so people can be like, you know what? I stand behind that brand. There's brands that you buy right now. Like I'll buy a TV. I stand behind Samsung. They put out a great TV.
I gotta bleep that out.
Say less.
No, go.
You know what I'm saying? This like
I don't actually have to bleep it out.
I know
I'm
what
just
you're
saying.
Like,
you know what I mean?
But there's there's brands that you be like, yo, that's a dope brand. Like, yo, I buy that brand. Like that brand is dope. Like that's how I want people to talk about Markesric. Like that's brand. I stand behind that brand. It's a quality brand.
So we get conditioned in our minds, like throughout, like in society, we get conditioned to associate certain brand names with quality.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So like, whereas no shot to nobody, but like Walmart sells like the little monitor I got right here is Hisense.
Right.
You see a 72-inch Hisense for $300.
Yeah.
And you'll see a 42-inch Samsung for $550. You're not gonna get the Hisense. You're gonna go with the Samsung over the Hisense just because you're familiar with that name and you associate that brand with quality.
That's correct.
100%. So I get it.
So you already know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I want Markesric to be synonymous with quality. I want brand awareness, and I want brand. When you stand behind the brand, like, yo, I like this brand. This is a good brand. Like, that's what I'm shooting for. That's my goal.
When you go to the website, I didn't see the shirt. You said Sherlin. I didn't see the Sherlin, but I'm gonna go to the website and I'm gonna check it out because I definitely need to see that. But like, you do, like, you can't deny the quality of the fabrics, not the fabrics necessarily, but the quality of the work that's put in, because you see the work, you see the bolt, you see the letters, you see the logo, and it's good stuff. You know what I'm saying? And if you do have the opportunity to go and feel the fabrics and put your hands on the garments, you understand, like, this is not shabby work. This is good. These is good garments.
Yeah,
this is quality material.
Yes,
this is time put in. This is effort. This is love. Like we always say, like, things are made with love.
Right.
These garments is really made with love, though.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
Because when you touch it and you put it on, I want you to be like, damn.
Every time.
Every time.
Every time, bro.
No slip ups every time.
Nah.
Every time.
And this the shit that you look to, like, yo, I'm wearing this when I go out.
Right.
When date night, this is what I'm putting on. I got that Markesric in the closet for that date night.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the goal.
Right.
That's the goal, because guess what? If you ascertain that goal, then the money come.
Yeah. It's gonna flow.
The money. This might sound crazy, but the money's secondary. Because if you put out merchandise that shrinks after one wash, there's no money.
Nah.
There's initial money, but there's no money after that.
Right. You want that. How you say it? Residual.
Residual
You want
income.
that money that's coming, that's flowing.
From that time that I had the varsity jackets and Magic sneaker, they sold out of there because people saw it and people was like, "Damn, this is like," you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the reaction that I want every time. That's why I spend so much time developing these pieces, because I want that reaction every time, and it's not easy. Sometimes I'll go months and not create something because I want it to be that piece. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want it to be that, like, yo.
So far, so good.
So
bro.
see, right? Thank you. See how when you look, you put the sweat on, you like, yo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like yo, like that's the reaction that I want. You know.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, I'm not one of them guys that's gonna say I'm not gonna wear like one time and no, I'm wearing this motherfucker again.
Fact. Right.
I might show up to a baby shower with this motherfucker.
You know, I appreciate, everybody that let me just say this, everybody that supported me and everybody that likes the brand, I really appreciate it. I'm doing it for y'all.
Grow to love it though. Got to.
Yeah.
These is good pieces. These is good pieces.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Even if you didn't buy a piece, but you seen it and you liked it and you told somebody about it, I appreciate that too. Because word of mouth is one of the best things that could ever happen. Like, yo, I like this. Yo, you should grab this. Go check this out. That's, it's monumental, man. I really appreciate it. I want to go on record and tell you that I really appreciate all the supporters, everybody that even gave a glance at the brand and even took time out from their
every
schedules.
click on the website.
I just appreciate it. And thank you very much, because I'm doing it for y'all. I'm doing it for the culture. And there's more fire coming. Just stay tuned.
Would you ever do a collab?
I would love to do a collab. I would love to do a collab. I have no problem with doing collabs with people. It's not a problem.
Okay. Anybody in particular that you would like to?
Anybody that want to reach.
You said you draw your own inspirations from yourself in 90s.
Right.
That 90s fashion music type.
I would love to do a collab with Carl Kanai. Honestly.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I do a collab with Carl Kanai. It's one, anybody that wanna, that think I'm on their level and we can do something great together.
Nah, you gotta say that reverse. Anybody that think they on your level.
Anybody,
because like you up there, bro. Like
right.
like obviously we have a relationship. You know what I'm saying? You my man.
Right.
But I'm just looking at it from a consumer's perspective.
Right.
Like when I look at certain stuff, because I'm a simple guy. So it's like this is above the level of which I like that I would shop at. But it's good though.
Right.
Like not good, like great type shit. You know
appreciate
what I'm saying?
You, man.
So
I appreciate that, man.
Nah, so like when it gotta be somebody that's like on your level.
Right.
Because like this is like it's a luxury brand, bro.
Yeah.
On
appreciate that,
yes,
man.
sir.
I'm working on a more casual brand, not so bold. Collared shirts, khakis. I want to do coming out with some boots. So just stay tuned, man. Just
and I want to speak to that. You said stay tuned, right? And you spoke about passing the brand on to your sons, so your sons can expand and grow the brand, and this could be like, I want to say, a legacy brand.
Correct.
All right. So like, what's like the down the line goal for you? Like, where do you see Markesric going in the future? Not necessarily, because we said brick and mortar,
right?
Stores,
right?
So like, big picture, the wildest dream for Markesric.
One store on the East Coast, one store on the West Coast. Like I said, my sons have a sub brand under that. They can have as many stores as they want, or however, society, technology goes. It could just be strictly e-commerce. Mobile stores,
right?
come to your neighborhood. customized trucks, pull up, come in, shop, pull out.
You might have dropped the gem right there, bro. A mobile store?
Mobile store. Markesric mobile stores, 20 trucks, 20 cities.
Like a little mobile boutique, bro?
Yeah.
That's fire, bro.
Mirrored inside, wood floors, come in, try on booths,
Hey, would you ever venture off into like the suits?
Of course. I'm glad you said that. I'm actually making a jacket. I'm losing the word right now, but just a jacket without the pants.
Like a sport jacket.
A sport jacket.
Okay.
For right now. Because what I noticed on the journey to the brand, I did a gala. Out in Philadelphia with some legendary boxers. It was a fashion show, and we showed off the brand, and I felt like I could have wore more appropriate, like for a gala. And I said, you know what? I think I need to make sports coat. Even if I don't make the slacks, I need to make a sport coat, because a sport coat is versatile. You can wear it with a nice denim, and a nice shoe or a nice boot. Like I said, collared shirts, khakis.
What about accessories? Because I know you big into your shades. You like your shades.
Oh, I love my
right?
shades.
You got the belt. You got the belts already.
Got the belts, yeah.
But like, what else? Do you see any more accessories for Markesric in the future?
Watches. ME watch.
Okay.
Watch out for that. That's 2 years in the making. Watch out for the ME watch. I have the logo chain on right now.
Right.
I might be in the market for some jewelry, a nice bracelet. Shades are definitely in the future. I like you said, I love shades. I love eyewear.
They got a big ass head, so it got to be like they got to work for me, bro.
Yeah.
But I definitely get behind that. Like I said, I want the belt, because the belts, the quality of the belts that I saw that you have,
right?
They fire.
I appreciate it.
The buckle is.
Yeah,
I like that a lot. You get me?
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
the buckle is I have it in gold and I have it in sterling silver. And it's it's an adjustable belt. It doesn't have holes, so it can fit anyone.
Right.
So look out for the accessories. It's coming soon. I'm just just give me some time. It's in the works. It's definitely trending towards. Actually, I'm just gonna say it. It's an urban luxury brand. It's gonna be more of a luxury brand.
I like that.
Try it, purchase it. Markesric.com. Follow me on the gram at Markesric, TikTok. See for yourself, experience it for yourself. Leave comments and let me know what you think.
Experience the brand.
Experience the brand, man. You got to experience it for yourself.
Yeah, sir.
Can't let people tell you about it. You got to experience it for yourself.
Yeah. You got to get you one of these though. This is hard. You got to start here, and then expand your palette onto the everything else. Like,
the piece that you have on was one of my first drops. It's been a success. I actually sold out. I had to re-up twice.
All right.
So
that makes sense though.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's been good. I didn't make any this year. I'm gonna make some in this fall.
I'm glad you said that. Like, do you have any? Because a lot of times some brands and some companies, they make rare pieces right. that you can't get. Like it's tough to get your hands on. Do you have any of those pieces?
Yeah. Once the Sherlin sell out. I'm not gonna make any more.
What?
So I'm not gonna make that style. So if you like the Sherlin, try to grab it now. I'm not gonna make any more of those. So I'm gonna come out with another style for 24. Actually, anything that you see on the website, once I sell out of it,
you might never see it again.
Yeah, you may not see it again. There's certain pieces that's a staple of the brand. The denim jacket that we just saw you, that's a staple. That's going to be around. You know, I have a shirt version and a jacket version.
What was that we looked at?
That was the shirt version.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the shirt version. I have a jacket version. That's gonna be always accessible because that's one of the staples of the brand. Denim and leather.
You got to keep this though. You got to keep the.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You know, I've been getting a lot of inquiries, a lot of asks to bring it back out. So I'm gonna bring it back out in fall 24. So look out for it.
Word.
That's the monogram. That's the monogram M.
Fire.
That's the name of the sweater.
I'm wearing this. I might go out tonight just to wear it.
Yeah.
Just so
It's nice. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, man.
Word up. Nah, I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, man, it's been a pleasure, bro. We're talking to you, sitting down, getting to experience you. You're getting the experience to show the people the brand. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you having me, man. This has been, I've been trying to get up with you for a while.
Yeah, we've been talking about doing this for a minute.
So,
what I'm saying?
this is the first, not the last.
Oh, absolutely not.
So I'm thinking that when I do exclusive drops, I'll drop it on your podcast.
You gotta come back.
I'll drop it on your podcast.
You gotta come back.
Anything. Yeah. So look out, Union and Jackson. Anything that I'm gonna drop for the summer, for the fall this year, I'm gonna drop it exclusively on Union and Jackson podcast. So tune in.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, so tune in.
Peace Beloved is the official podcast of the Markesric brand.
Yeah, so
watch. Yes, I love it. Yes, sir.
So watch out for it, because I got I've been working really hard, on my women's line and my men's line. So if you like what you see now, you're going to love what you're going to see in the future. So just look out for it.
Word. I appreciate you, good brother. Let me shake your hand.
Yo, that's a fact.
I appreciate you pulling up to chill with me, to talk to me.
It's my brother right here, man.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Like I said, man, this is Peace Beloved, the podcast where we have the most interesting conversations on the internet with the most interesting people in the world. This is gonna be probably my last installment of Peace Beloved because I'm actually rebranding the podcast. To Union Street. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be called Union Street with Union and Jackson. Just a little something different. You know what I'm saying? I came into not necessarily no problems. You know what I'm saying? But it's a couple other podcasts out there with similar names. Right. And I don't like that for myself. I don't want myself to be associated. Separate yourself. Just like Markesric. I don't want my shit to be like considered like the same as nobody else. Right. I don't even want there to be no like ability for there to be any type of correlation between the two. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to do it a little different. We're going to rebrand. We're going to rebrand Peace Beloved, the podcast. It might even show up as Union Street when I post it type shit. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say thank you, John, Markesric, for coming up here to chop it up with us. Yeah, before we leave though. Let's go. What's up? Shout out to Jersey City. Really appreciate the love that you guys showed me. Shout out to Brooklyn, New York, where I'm from. Home base, yes, sir. It's just been great. Just the love in totality is just dope. I love Jersey City. It's a great city. I love Brooklyn, New York. Spread love is the Brooklyn work. So I just appreciate y'all, man, and just look out for the Jersey Varsity. I made it exclusively for y'all, for the state of New Jersey. Just to reciprocate the love that y'all showed me, I'm gonna show it to you right back by making this varsity. So look out for it. I'm dropping it next month. And I'll be dropping it on the podcast. So just look out for it, man. Check the website. Like I said, follow me on the gram. You won't be disappointed, man. Yeah, and like I said too, 2024 is gonna be a big year for us up here, Peace Beloved. Union Street. I can say Union Street now, but yeah, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all for pulling up, showing us love. Remember to tap in to Markesric the brand. We're gonna put the website in the episode description, so you could go over there. You could shop. Listen, he told you the brand is expanding, is growing, and the pieces that you see there today not gonna be there tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Facts. So shop, sell them out. Right. Good pieces. More accessories to come. Quality shit. And it's not like you don't kill them on the price either. Yeah, I don't.
I don't, man. And my price is the average price for a luxury brand. You know, if you're gonna spend, you know, $600-700 on Gucci, you know, you can spend $300 on the brand. So, you know, check it out, man. You can compare the two, man.
Prices on par with luxury.
Right, that's a fact. I'm telling you, you know, other people is telling you, you know, so, you know, it's one thing to talk about your brand, but it's another thing for someone else to say that it's on par with Gucci, Prada, Marc Jacobs. Check it out, man. You won't be disappointed, man.
I stand behind that statement, bro. Every time, no matter how many times we have this conversation, I stand behind it.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
That's it. I'm telling you right now, it's a luxury brand. I fuck with it. I stand behind it. I guarantee it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Blue Magic.
yeah, get all that.
Hey,
get all that, man.
Hey, nah,
get
that's
all
it,
that,
though.
Man. Shout out, like I said, man, everyone who helped me on the journey, I just want to shout them out again.
Love.
Shout out to Philly Shared, you know, in Philadelphia. Shout out to KS and, you know, shout out to Magic Sneaker. You know, shout out to, you know, everyone who helped me, you know, get where I am, get the brand to where it is now. You know, just shout out to them. I really appreciate it. If I can help anybody, holla at me.
Reach out.
I'm accessible. I'm organic. Sir. You know, I'm not above anybody. I'm not below anybody. You know, if I can do it, you can do it. Whatever it is that your goal is, you know, don't let anybody tell you what you can't do. Don't let anybody tell you, you know, what to do. Whatever your vision is, go with your vision, man.
Don't be limited. Don't be limited. Don't let anybody limit you, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact, man.
Yes,
the only thing that's stopping you between you and what you want to do is you. Remember that. It sounds corny. I know it does, but it's the truth.
Nah, it don't. It don't sound corny at all.
It's the truth. Everything that I said tonight is real. It's the truth. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, anybody that know me will tell you that, you know, I'm a real cat. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you what it's not. You're the only one that's stopping yourself. So, shout out to my man, Union and Jackson. Appreciate his time. Let me on the podcast. Dope podcast. Tune in.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
like I said,
appreciate you, brother.
The next drop for the Jersey varsities that I'm doing for you guys, it's gonna be next month. So tune in, man.
Hey, real quick, let the people know where they can find you at. Social
media.
Websites.
You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Gram at Markesric. Find me on e-commerce, markesric.com. You won't be disappointed in the brand. I promise you. And there's not a lot of promises in this life, but I'm telling you that you won't just be disappointed in the brand.
That's a safe bet for you.
I got people that stand behind it. I'm standing behind it. Check it out. Or your money back guaranteed. Trust me.
Or at least a little bit of your money back.
Right.
Gotta make it. Right. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for pulling up, brother. I appreciate you. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for tapping in. Remember to show love. Share us with the homies. Share us with the family. And like I said, we'll see y'all again on our next installment of Peace Beloved, Union Street, the podcast. You know, this is where we have the most interesting conversations on the internet with the most interesting people in the world. Thank you. Peace, beloved.
Yo, peace, man. Thank you.
Word.